back in session at 2:55. Next thing up on the agenda is, the first thing I have is a bid for the property. The lady had just come in just prior to the meeting and was talking to me again about it. This is, the final chunk of property we own down in Indian Glens. We had 3 of them back in 14 and 15. We had sold 2, they sold 2 while we were gone, the last 4 years, and we had sold that other chunk of property up here, the 10101, back then as well. At the time, they were going for $4,500 a lot, cause these are just a lot. Well, when they come in the other day and they, wanted to know how to go about putting in a bid for this property, she sent it to me email, if you can see on Monday. And then she come in today and we discovered that in the email, they thought it was 326, which it was adjacent to theirs. And it's not, it's 327, we just found it. So she wanted to adjust the offer of the bid, because it isn't adjacent to her property. And where the property is, there's no transformer and they can't even get power in there.
Do we have lot size or anything on there? I mean, any details or anything?
Don't know the exact, they're not very big.
Okay.
I think they're less than an acre. I'm almost positive.
But it's not adjacent to their property?
Nope. They thought it was, because somebody told them it was a 326, but that one has been sold. It's 327, that's the only one that's available down there.
And how did are these foreclosures? Is that what it
Yeah.
was?
What happened was we got 3 down there and then that 101 property up here, because it goes through your, the whole foreclosure property for taxes and all that, and then it gets turned over to the county, and then the county turns them over to us. So it actually cost us nothing.
Right.
And we've had it for how long?
I think it was 14. What do you,
It's been a while.
yeah, cause I was,
I'd have to look on the,
when we started the sale, actually Brian was supervisor when we started the sale at 10101, so that would have been 16, so we've had it, I'm almost sure it was 14.
You might
but
be right, yeah. Because
I was in the
one-
treasurer's office when we
Yeah.
accepted them. And we had them up in real estate for 5-6 years when I was here, prior to the last
I
4.
remember the other one.
Yep,
I mean, then it gets back on the tax roll.
exactly,
Mm-hmm.
exactly.
Where's it advertised, or how is it advertised?
It is not,
So they just stumbled on
it's
this?
still on the webpage.
yeah, it's on our webpage.
It's on
It's
the
listed
website.
on the
Okay,
webpage, it's for sale and come in for a bid,
okay.
and that's what they did. And that's when we found out it was 327 and not 326.
Okay.
They were probably button for people, you know.
Yeah, that's when she asked if she could adjust it because of that.
Do they need to know today? How long is their bid good for, did she say?
She didn't, I told her we'd let her know after the meeting today, cause I had it on the agenda.
Cause I'd like to make a motion to table it for right now.
I'll second that. Motion by made into second to table the bid until we can further review it. Like that?
Yes.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Next up, road commission. So this is, Fox Run Special Assessment. Again, we've had to go through everything and redo everything, so this is the new agreement for 2025. I've been in contact with John Ash, who's our bond attorney, as well as Todd Millar and Todd's office, there's the lady in there that does the, special assessment stuff, that she is doing it. They will have everything to us to do the public hearing, for the final public hearing for our August meeting, August 12th. But this is a proposal from the road commission. Did I give you the other sheet too with the totals? This one. That one, you had it.
Yeah, I have it on my desk.
I thought I had them in everybody's packet. That's the breakdown, what you're looking at in front of you, that they've already went to Huntington Bank, that Meredith, is that who we dealt with? Her last name was Meredith, I think, that we dealt with over the pension bond. It's the same woman that we're contacting about this portion, and then again, it will go on the tax roll as special assessment.
And this is what the people of Fox Run have been working on?
Yeah,
Okay.
the only thing different with this road commission, agreement is the increase, because in the year, product is increased.
Right, yeah.
So I would like to make a motion to accept the agreement for the road improvements for Fox Run Special Assessment, Beaver Creek Township 2025 as presented.
I'll second it.
I need a roll call vote on that one. And we have Jill, I took into Jill's office, there's 2 original copies. Jill and I will have to sign them and then take them into the road commission to be signed by them at their meeting.
Hope,
Yes.
Mary,
Yeah.
Kim,
Yes.
Steve,
Yes.
Jill, yes.
So hopefully by the August meeting, we will get it released and start. The road commission is waiting patiently to still get it on this year, so we're hoping it stays there. Doug, go with your tanker first.
Yes, thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. I put together a request to the Township Board for the purchase of a used tanker from South Branch Fire. Ours is, as I think I told I know I told the board, I'm not sure if people here know, but the current tanker that we have, I was told by CSI, which are the people who deal with ambulances and emergency vehicles, that we had approximately a year to a year and a half left on that vehicle. Frame was rusting, not only the frame rusting, but the frame was rusting at points at the tank and points at the cab. They said it wasn't gonna last very long. Also, the tank was rusting too. We've got leaks all over the tank. So we fill it up about every, well, it takes about 2 days to go down, but that's just from holes in it. So we are gonna need a new tanker. I've been talking with numerous people, and South Branch came to me. They have a tanker over there, and I gave the board pictures of the tanker that we're talking about, and the information is available to you. But it has 25,000 miles on it. It's a 2012 with the pump and the tank, and it's a 93 International with the cab and the transmission. And currently, we have the same chassis on our vehicle too. So it's got a 420-gallon foam tank. Just had a brand new pump put in it because they froze it over at Garrish when they were in January when they had their fire, and they froze the tank or the pump, so the whole pump had to be replaced and all the plumbing with it. So it's all brand new. And new tires on it 2 years ago. It's gonna come with 2 sections of hard suction and a drop tank at no additional cost. And I know the tank is new because they had it replaced for an insurance claim that they had, and I don't remember the details on that. They're getting rid of it because it's their second tanker, and they're just not using it. They don't have people to pull it and stuff. So they said, rather than take up all that space, they'd rather get rid of it. And and they have adequate water over there. So I'm requesting that the board consider for $25,000, and by the way, it has 25,000 miles on it, if I didn't say that.
And what was the cost of the replacing the pump?
I think it was 14,000 and some change is what the chief had told me.
And the tires?
Tires are $1,000 each, and they had 2, 4, 6 tires replaced.
So right there's 20,000 out of 25.
Yeah, I mean, it's an incredible deal. Like I said, the board asked him to get rid of it because it's just taking up space in the, it's just sitting there doing nothing. I did talk to him, he said he went through the last 3 years and it was used 9 times in the last 3 years. So it's just sitting there, he'd rather have it out on the road. He said, we have a better chance of bringing it to his fire than he has a chance of getting it to his fire. So I'd like to retire the current tanker and replace it with, as our frontline tanker, replace it with this one. We have the money, so.
Done?
Unless you have questions for me, yes.
I would like to make a motion that we purchase the tanker from South Branch Township in the amount of $25,000, and I would like that to come out of the fire department fund balance.
I'll second.
Questions, comments, concerns?
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
This new tanker that you're purchasing, has that been evaluated by CSI or some other company?
Yes, they had all the pump work done. When they had the pump work done, it was evaluated by CSI.
But did you have it evaluated?
No, I have not. It's not in my possession yet, but I could.
Well, shouldn't it be evaluated before we buy it?
Yes, it could, or I could look at
Excuse
the
me.
records. I could look at the records that are existing on it and use those.
How old are those records?
They just replaced the pump in January.
Excuse me, address the board, not dog. Roll call vote, please.
Mary,
Yes.
Hope,
Yes.
Kim,
Yes.
Steve,
Yes.
Jill, yes.
You're back up, stand back up.
Good afternoon again. So, this month, or last month, I should say, in June, we had 37 runs. We're at 177 total runs right now this year. Things going on at the fire department, I have a report on it. I'm not gonna go through all of it, but I will give you a couple important points. And this is part of a report I give every month. We had a flash storm come through. I don't know if any of it were affected by it, but it took down a bunch of power lines, and we did cost recovery on that for approximately, Captain Lakuta did that for about $18,000 we have coming in now from. $1,800 we have coming in from, thank you. We have coming in from consumers as cost recovery, part of our cost recovery ordinance. Pool fills, Beaver Creek residents can get a pool fill by filling out an application, by calling on the phone or in person at the fire department. We ask for donation for the fills, and that's it. And donations are not required. As a matter of fact, we just did a 4.5 load fill with no donation. So it happens, but we've had single fills where they're $100 donation. So, but all in all, I figure that we make approximately $30 every time we do that outside of the community, approximately. And I'll address that in just a second to give you the lowdown on that, because it's a response to someone's postings. Okay. $7.99 and Old Rescue 1 are gone. They're at the recycling center in Houghton Lake now. So we received $2,495 for both those vehicles. There's my request. All right, am I on the media report? I want to make clear, because there seems to be some of the keyboard cowards out there don't understand what's going on with our fills, our pool fills. Okay, so I want to make sure you understand what's going on. So the taxpayers are not paying a single penny towards any of these fills. Okay?
Except for fuel.
Excuse me,
I'm sorry, ma'am.
don't address her.
So, Stated in the past township meeting that we charge $60, you know this, okay? The firefighters complete pool fills in downtime, okay? I don't bring someone in and pay them extra money to do this. They're already on shift, so they're already there. They've completed their tasks, and they are just sitting around waiting to do something other than training. So I take them and do a pool fill when it becomes available. We have a board that we keep all the pool fills on, and when we have time, we go out and do those. Okay, so again, I don't bring anyone in. There is no extra money going towards this, towards pay. I'm sorry, I missed that.
I'm sorry?
I thought you said something.
No.
Oh, okay. All right. By using that pumper and doing these fills, they are driving the pumper, they are operating the pumper, they're refilling the pumper, they're working the pumper, and they're understanding the pumper. So this is training also. It all around, it works. Okay? We get paid for it by people who don't pay taxes, $60 a load. So I figure it's about $30 with fuel costs and really nothing else. I mean, so, but I guess I could include insurance, which, by the way, on the internet here, it said that we are not covered if the tanker goes out of the area. This was Jason Hollingsworth. We're not covered, our liability does not cover the tanker for going out of the area. That is false. Wherever I take the tanker, it's covered. Whatever I'm doing with the tanker, it's covered. And that includes every vehicle over there. Same thing. No matter what we're doing with it, it's covered. And by the way, the person driving it, covered. Something happens, covered.
Can I make a statement on that?
Yes, please.
It is covered. Never mind.
Thank you for the reassurance.
Yeah, you know, the marbles are still rattling.
All right. Now, there is a possibility.
My thought was, if it wasn't covered, how could we do mutual aid? Or so, would our truck not be, if we were in Grayling Township for a fire, not be covered under our insurance for mutual aid? I mean, that's just a given.
It's covered.
It's covered no matter, you can take it to Texas, we did that
Yes.
once.
And when our firefighter, well, we took it to the UP, covered.
Exactly.
When our firefighters are doing training somewhere out of the township, covered. They're covered. Okay, so liabilities are not an issue here. Now, I will give the point that if a structure fire did drop while they were out of the township filling up a pool, it's never happened. I can't say there's a 0.0% chance of that not happening, but it's so minuscule, it's like worrying about getting hit by a plane during the township meeting in May. It just doesn't happen.
And what would happen if it did?
We're covered. But if a structure,
Mutual aid, I was
if
going
a
back
structure
to-
did happen, I want you to know that we still have 2,000 more gallons in 2 vehicles over there, which would get pulled. And by the way, mutual aid agreement, they're there. So it isn't an issue unless someone wants to try to make it one because they have nothing else to do and they don't understand the way that a fire department runs or the other fire departments run. Okay?
May I make a comment?
It's up to you.
Is it not true that you can empty out my pool to put out her house fire if necessary?
Okay, if necessary, I'll give you that, but it's gonna take me way longer than going down to 4 Mile and just hooking on 4 Mile. But by the way, now we have hydrants at 4 Mile. We've got a hydrant at our station, and I'm talking with you about getting one over in the corner by South Lyon, or by Lyon, I'm sorry, by Lyon Township.
And how long have pool fills been done in the township?
They've been done since forever, okay? And the
Before
last
Doug got
administration
here.
did them, and the last administration before that did them, the one before that did them. Now, on that same token, I had someone, and this was Pat Cooper, which, very good question, was why doesn't Grayling offer the service for their own residents? I'll answer that first. They've got city water over there, and they've got something going on between them and the Water Commission, which says that you're not gonna do it. because it costs so much money to put the chlorine in the water and blah, blah. So they said no. And they couldn't come in part of an agreement on how to do this, so they just don't do it.
Because
Okay.
it is city water.
Because it's city water is the main thing. So that's number one. That's why Grayling doesn't do it. And that's why 9 out of 10 of our outside are Grayling Township. Is that true, Ken? All right. All right. And the other thing is, your question was simply, are we the only fire department filling in the county? Every fire department fills in this county, okay? Every single fire department. And I didn't even go, excuse me, except Grayling, which I just mentioned, except Grayling.
For their own citizens or for everybody?
As I'm going to answer, okay, is it depends on what the county or what the township is, but some of them do it only in their political border, and some do it in and out of their political border. Some ask for, not donations, per cost to their citizens, and some say donations. So there's a slew of things going on out there, but every single remaining, other than Grayling, does pool fills, okay? And my last point about this, this person who was following my tanker, Jason Hollingsworth, thank you for following my tanker, but please don't talk to me about liability when you're following my tanker down the road doing 55 miles an hour with your camera filming it. Because you want to talk liability, he gets in an accident, I'm telling you he's liable there, okay? It's illegal, first of all, but that's what we got there too. And not only did I get the keyboard part, I also got a picture of him driving down the road following my tanker. If you want to follow my tanker, fine, pull over and take a picture, I don't care. Follow my trucks. Thank you.
Thank you.
DPW.
We're getting the park cleaned up pretty good, slowly but surely. I don't see no problems going on. The garbage has been, recycling has been kinda iffy at time, but we're pulling through on that. Gonna replace the back deck here next week. And whenever the fencing for the parking lot.
I forgot to add it to the agenda, I'll work on that.
Otherwise, that's it.
And yesterday they took out this dead big spruce tree out here that was really dead. But they have been doing a lot of work, out here.
I do have one thing, Tim. The trailer, the lights need to be
Yes,
looked at. Okay,
yes, that's on the agenda,
okay,
cause we're getting the tires fixed today.
okay.
I forgot that one too.
No, I haven't.
Better be in your red book. Okay, next up is zoning. You got Chris's report in front of you. He's been very busy. We've been working on all the different things that we got going on with the marijuana ordinance, the box run, and the consumers power towers and all that fun stuff that we've dealt with. And he's been a great asset.
The last one on his report, what's that about? Notice sent to paper surrounding residents, ZBA hearing, Matt Sharon garage.
We have a ZBA variance hearing for Matt Sharon. It's a variance on a garage, not conformative.
Okay.
So they pulled it to go to the
ZBA.
ZBA,
Do you have the date of that meeting?
the 21st, it's 6.
June? July?
Yeah, I was gonna say, we're in July.
Yeah, I'm still in June.
Yeah,
Okay,
if that's a Tuesday, let me double check that on my
Okay.
calendar for you, but he had, actually put in this variance back in 22, was it, Jill? 2022. He paid the $275 to go in front of the ZBA board. It never got handled, nothing happened with it. When we come into office, he come in to see us, And we had to go back, Pat went back and found the receipts where he paid the $275, and it never got called in front of the ZBA. So what we ended up having to do was refund his money, and then he turned around and had to write us a new check and go in front of the ZBA anyway. And the other one is the Consumers Power is asking for rewording for the easements. They want them, the easements wider on that section on, fixed property on that corner, that 10-acre parcel, because they're putting wider lines in and stuff, so they're trying to stop any zoning ordinance or anything, so they're trying to expand the footage of that easement. That's also on that same night for the same variant, different variants, but that's what those are.
But shouldn't that be with the property owner and consumers and not us?
Not according to the way it's come down.
Really?
Yeah, it's been through both attorneys.
Okay.
Because they're updating the grid.
Right.
That's what that new piece is down across from Charlie Fix right there.
Correct, yes.
And that's what they're doing, is they're expanding the lines. So if you're going from 2 lines to 4, they've gotta extend the easement.
Okay,
And it's a utility easement, so it has to go through us.
okay.
Good?
Mhm.
Cemetery committee has not met. We're working on getting it back. Cause we need to look at the ordinance, cause our ordinance is way out of whack according to the new rules. So we're still working on that. And the next up, I'm gonna call on Brian. Brian, you wanna give your report?
So at our June meeting, which is.
Stop.
Oh.
Brian Cook,
Brian
Higgins
Cook.
Lake Utility Authority.
Higgins Lake Utility Authority, yes. At our June meeting, we approved changing the due date of our invoices from the 21st to the 28th to give an extra week for people. We approved our 2025-2026 budget. The quarterly fees will go from $195 to $215. All the increase, except for $2.50, was for our ER&R fund, which is our equipment repair and replacement. That's what's basically used to replace all the grinder pumps and stuff. We're getting in that time frame where we're replacing them due to age.
20 years.
We discussed moving the HLUA office to Beaver Creek, but right now it doesn't look like there's enough space here. That may change, but we did look at that, but we don't think that's probably the best right yet.
Yeah.
And then also we're gonna do a test for email billing. We're gonna use myself and another board member to do a test on it, so that the invoices get emailed instead of actually sent through the mail. We have people that go to Florida during the winter, and when they do the forwarding, some of them get there, some don't. It seems to not be a very good thing. What we've recommended to people is, with your October bill, send an extra payment in, and that'll cover your January
November's.
one. Yeah.
Yeah.
We do have some people that actually pay a whole year at one time too. That's all I have. You guys got any questions or?
Is the annual meeting Thursday?
Yes, Thursday at 4 p.m. at Beaver Creek is our annual meeting, which will be electing officers and setting our new meeting schedule, which will be Mondays, the second Monday at 4 p.m. instead of Thursday. I assume Ron will start attending.
Yes, that's why we had to change it.
Yes.
It coincided with the road commission and we added him to that board, so.
Correct.
Second Monday at 4 p.m.
Yes. Yep.
Let me double check that first. because, no, the 4 Mile one's the third Monday at 4 PM. You're good.
Okay. I was gonna say, you should be good because Doug's on that one.
I know, that's why I was like, Doug should be right, but it's,
Yes.
that one's the third Monday at 4.
Okay, perfect.
Appreciate it.
All right, thanks.
Thank you. Lot of happening stuff over there too, isn't it?
Yeah, some of them we just can't talk about right now.
I know, right? Good job, Brian.
Thank you.
Now that you ain't a Beaver Creek resident, or on there, so you know, I can tell you good job. Anything else? Public comments. Please state your name, please.
Dorothy Frederick, County Commissioner for District 2. Beautiful job on the deck, it looks really nice, it's that decker here, and the grounds look great. I do want to request that we start recording the meetings. We already have a monitor, it wouldn't take much to get the audio video, so that people can view the meetings, online. You can go right onto the website, just to create another layer of transparency. At the county, we do that. We've been doing that for, well over a year. And there's lots of people that can't make a 2 o'clock meeting.
And we had looked into, the thing that the county has where the voice thing, and it turns and it's a microphone and
It's
stuff.
called an owl.
There you go, that.
So actually, you
We
can
have looked
whisper,
at those.
you can whisper and it'll turn towards you, so.
Yeah, cause that's, we have been
Yeah.
looking at that, but we had to wait until the new budget went through, so now we can start looking at that again, but thank you for your comments. Anyone else?
No one else?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, board, for doing a wonderful job again. And I agree with what was just said. It would be really nice to have those meetings recorded. The last administration promised that on day 1 and it never happened. So I hope that you guys can maybe get that too. It'd be wonderful. I'd also like the board to see these were donated by Bakelite. We got almost $3,000 in gear from them because, as they say, we do a great job for them. And we have more than just helmets, we've got tons of other gear, like I said, $3,000 worth of stuff. And I'd like to thank them.
Exactly right. They're good to us. Board members, Steve.
I went to county zoning and it was county zoning now, it's looked like Crawford County, they're looking at wanting to put battery storage in Crawford County. We don't know where yet, but they said that's gonna be where they're looking at.
Who's they?
Consumers and DTE, battery storage for excess power. Yep, and everybody knows when you deal with batteries, as long as the fire chief, he does too, they're talking battery sizes of shipping containers, stacked. So that's what come out at the county. Locally, we haven't heard nothing yet, so, but we're in the crosshairs for that.
Beaver Creek specifically?
Not Beaver Creek, Crawford County.
Crawford
We don't
County.
know yet.
Okay.
We don't, it's gonna be next to a transmission line. We know we have those in Beaver Creek.
The way that, the whispers have been going, they're talking about it'll be at the corner of the camp. Out, right straight out from 4 Mile Road in that area, the last that I had heard. But
Who
then,
has the authority to make this decision?
good question. It goes to the CCEDP to start with,
Huh?
Crawford County Equalization and Development Partnership. Goes there first before it even can look at anywhere else, so it hasn't come in front of us yet. It's just starting.
It's just starting, yeah. I just wanted to give a heads up to our residents.
So the CCEDP meeting next month, I will know more.
Is that meeting open to the public?
Yeah, the meeting is open to the public. They're every other month, I believe. I'm not sure. They were 2 o'clock at Grayling Township, but I don't know the exact date today. I will let you know.
That's all I have.
Welcome back from vacation.
Thank you.
Sorry, Tracy.
Sounds like our county commissioner might be valuable in this endeavor.
Huh?
She's thinking
Kim,
about how
Kim
she.
is on the board for the Crawford County Economic Development Partnership,
Oh.
so
So
am
is-
I.
Oh,
I was
okay.
just looking for the date of the meeting for us. But I'll have to look further.
Yes, I didn't even think about bringing that. And we discussed the battery, but I didn't.
June. Nothing.
Like nothing? What have you been doing? You got a lot of notes for nothing.
Taking notes.
Mary?
Nothing.
July 1st, taxes, summer 2025 taxes went out. We're already getting busy. So you'll be getting your tax bill if you haven't already. So,
Pretty easy. Okay, first up, tomorrow night is planning commission meeting, 6 PM, and we're doing recyclable energy, is that what it is?
Is it, it should be to follow up on the,
No,
no, they
that,
changed it,
yeah, we've had it changed 3 times in the last week
okay?
when I wasn't here. First off, the girl that was supposed to come and do with the survey that we have out, she has a conflict and couldn't come that night, so Denise said that we will move up the renewable energy,
Okay,
Denise Klein,
okay,
and then she said we'd have to have somebody else that would be here to do that tomorrow night, but she wants to do it because it's like 48 pages, is that what it was? Something like that.
okay,
And it's gonna take the whole 2-hour session, but she had planned on doing that in August, so they moved it
okay,
to July. But then, that person couldn't come teach it, so Denise will actually still be here tomorrow night.
Okay.
But I suggest that you all come and hear that, it's on, this chapter is renewable energy and all the stuff that goes along with it, so I'd recommend the board actually hear it.
Is that in this room?
Yes.
yes,
The next thing is park picnic is set for August 9th. Bake Light is doing hot dogs, hamburgers, buns, and all paper products. And we've had several calls and several donations that have come in this week and talked about, because I was going to cancel it because with all the problems I've had with my health, and 1 month isn't time to do it justice, but everybody has pitched in and talked, and we have, it's all set up now, and I think we're gonna have a good day. But again, it will be August 9th, and it'll be 1 to 5, and that's a Saturday.
Mary's got a site, just because she's not gonna speak up and say, I have a site. And I have a food site going and a game site going,
Yes.
for people to just go, cause a couple of us were talking out there and nobody had knowledge, so kinda spread the rumor that, not a rumor, that there is a food site going.
There's a
just to-
Facebook group page
Yep.
for the picnic.
Yep, everybody can go and just kinda look and see what's going on. Some people are choosing to say, I'll bring food, but I'm gonna sit back
We'll
and
wait
wait.
until see what everybody
Yep,
brings.
and see what needs to be filled in, and
Yes. I think that's it.
Are we doing a dump tank?
we gotta
No.
find one.
That wasn't funny.
That's your job.
I have a tank.
That
Don't
was
have
a
mechanism.
smart person in my office yesterday and
Find one.
typing it up as he was sitting there. Cause we need to dump the supervisor, the fire chief, and,
It's all board members.
and Tim. You were on it.
Yeah, you found it too. So we
Just
could just hook something up, that somebody just walks up and goes blank.
I'm sure there's somebody trying to find him.
Oh, I'm sure there is.
Alrighty. Entertain a motion to adjourn.
make a motion to adjourn.
a second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.